We're gathered here in the middle of the Queen's Park Oval for match number 8 of the TTCB T20 Festival 2026. And just before we start, I just want to take a moment to wish all of the mothers out there a very happy Mother's Day. We have match referee here, Afraz Mohammed, captain of KFC Clarke Road United, Vikash Mohan, captain of Powergen, Akil Cooper. So without further ado, let's give that coin a flip. So let's have Powergen captain Akil Cooper here. Any reason as to why you would have chosen to bat first?
I think the surface looks good. Runs on the board against Clarke Road. I think that's the way to go.
Thanks very much. Any major changes in the team?
Well, two changes today. Navin Badesi out, Sheldon Cottrell in. Cyan Charles out and Jerome in.
Thank you very much. Go well today. Let's just have a short chat with captain of KFC Clarke Road, Vikash Mohan. Would you have preferred to bat or bowl first today?
To be honest, I'm quite happy to lose the toss. I was unsure of what I wanted to do, so I'm glad to lose the toss.
Well, thanks very much. And any changes to your team from last match?
No changes, same 11.
Well, thanks very much. So news from the center here is Powergen has won the toss and elected to have a bat. So here we go. It's time for second match of day 4 between Powergen Sports Club and KFC Clarke Road United. Earlier, Powergen would have won the toss and elected to bat first. Of course, in their previous game, they would have also chosen, well, they would have also batted first in that encounter. And it was certainly quite an entertaining encounter, that previous game. In the end, Marching Patriots would have won by 2 wickets off of the penultimate delivery. This is here another very eventful clash between two very storied teams in the history of Trinidad and Tobago cricket. Jeremy Solozano and Daniel Williams out in the middle. Dexter Sween to open up proceedings from the Brian Lara Pavilion end. Flashing at that one. Making no contact. Was quite wide to begin. There's a slip. Third man in the ring. Deep backward point. Cover, extra cover, and mid-off on the offside. Pulled through leg, away to the boundary for 4. So Jeremy Solorzano gets his innings flowing with a boundary. Sween digging that one in. And Solorzano equal to the task, ensuring that he didn't miss out on that opportunity. On the leg side, there's a mid-on, a deep mid-wicket, sort of in between mid-wicket and square leg, and fine leg in the ring. Oh, just past a diving third man, and it's going to be 4 more. Well, it was a bit risky on that occasion, but in the end, a pretty lucky 4 runs for Solorzano. How close was that? Well, actually, it looked as if it just hit him on the half volley, so that would have made it even more difficult to reel that one back in. Opting to leave that one alone. Got it to just shape back slightly from that angle. Certainly doing well to shape it from such a wide angle. So there's a bit of early movement, but that's not going to be around for too long. Pushed to mid-off. They're not going to chance his arm there. And a quick single to bring the end of that over. 9 runs coming from it. 9 without loss. Mark Dial from the Willie Rodriguez end. Cut away through the offside, and it's going to be 4 more. Blazing start here from Powergen Sports Club. Solorzano is certainly licking his lips after seeing what this pitch has on offer. Driven down to mid-off. This time, it's very full. Did well to get the bat under that and squeeze it out for a single. So that's Daniel Williams now off the mark. These two left-handers at the top of the order. A lot of power they both possess. They've been in some lovely form throughout the season in all tournaments. Oh, what a shot that is! How far has it gone? And it's just inside the stadium still. You don't want to be losing any too early. Was in his arc and he's certainly dispatched that. Wonderful shot. Solorzano really showing that this surface has quite a bit of runs in it. It's been retrieved. Good correction that time from Dial. Just dropping his length back a tad. This over Dial has had his two deep fielders at long on and deep mid wicket. This time it's going very straight and not enough distance. Well taken catch there. That's Keon Otley taking that catch. He didn't even clear the inner ring. It was all height on that occasion. And that blistering start has come to a premature end here for Jeremy Solorzano. As Daniel Williams. I saw Solorzano was off to quite a quick start and ended up wanting to match him, unsuccessfully so in the end. Brings Captain Akil Cooper to the crease. Played a very lovely captain's innings in the previous match. So Clinton Pestano entering the attack, replacing Sween after that first over. Nicely nudged there, and it's going to run away for 4 more. And this time, looking to use a bit more touch rather than power, and just guiding it past that fielder in the third man region. And interestingly, there's actually 2 fielders there, a third man and a wideish third man, in addition to a deep backward point. So he did very well to cut it through that gap. Shorter this time. And in the end, well played. Considering a second run, but not looking to take it at this stage. Really dug that one into the surface. Wanted to test the middle of the pitch and see what it had on offer. Yeah, certainly one short ball signal for the over by the umpire. Didn't have to think twice about that one. Nice delivery this time from Pestano. Looking to make it difficult for Captain Cooper to get his innings underway. And again, on that hard length, hard to get away. Fielders in the deep at a third man and deep square leg. Slippers come out now. Nudging that one away, and off the mark now is Akil Cooper. The end of the third over. It's 26 for 1. Now see Shiva Sanka entering the attack from the Willie Rodriguez end. Akil Cooper again on strike in that firing line. Good bit of fielding there by Utley, restricts that to just 1. Solizano cutting that one, but that fielder is right in its way, ensuring it doesn't go through. Seeing two fielders in the deep at fine leg and deep backward square. Also seeing a mid wicket in the ring. Mid on, mid off. Extra cover, cover point, and a third man in the ring. Shorter this time and over the infield. 4 more to Jeremy Solizano. It was quite a stylish shot on that occasion. Gave himself enough room and hit that one with authority. So not letting that early wicket dent the momentum here. 31 for 1 the current score. So that ball has been retrieved. Clipped away for 1. Scampering back for the second this time as well. Good furious running between these two. Knew that was out to that man in the square leg region, so he had time to come back for 2. Running that first one hard. Swiveling across that one, but fine leg is equal to the task. Retain strike, Solzano. 34 for 1 after 4.
Yes, Powergen penal 34 for 1. And thank Dylan Sharma for holding down the fort for the first few overs of this innings. My name is Jelani Beckles, and I'll take you through the rest of this first innings. Clinton Bastano has started his second over. Right. It's a solid start here by Powergen. Just only blemish on this in the start is a loss of Daniel Williams. So it's cut away. More runs here for Solozano. We'll get 4. So another 4 to Jeremy Solozano. He's raced along to 30 off 18 deliveries. Yeah, that one was just fractionally short, but it was wide, way outside the off stump. 4 more to Solozano. Solozano, more known for his ability in the longer formats of the game, but showing his ball striking ability here tonight so far. More runs here. Well, another boundary for Solozano. So this is excellent batting by the left-handed Solozano. Of course, he'll be very familiar with conditions here at the Queen's Park Oval, having played for Queen's Park for most of his career, switching to Powergen recently. Motoring along now, Powergen, 42 for 1. 2 for number 5. Pistano. This one just cut away, just a single on this occasion. Akil Cooper, after a bit of a watchful start here by Cooper, just 2 or 5 deliveries. This one punched down, punch on the offside, straight to extra cover. 43 for 1 Powergen. Salazano doing most of the scoring so far in this innings. That's 35 out of total of 43 so far. This one is pulled well. He'll get runs and they will get 6. So Akil Cooper, he was just 2 of 6 deliveries before that. 6, but he gets going now. So ends another productive over for Powergen. After 5 overs, Powergen 49 for 1 now. That one was short and on a sort of a leg stump line and just helped it on its way. Akil Cooper, of course, Akil Cooper would have seen his younger brother Cephas scored 93 batting for the TNT Red Force in the Regional 4-Day tournament. So has already been a great day for the Cooper family. Of course, I'm sure Cephas would have been, of course, a bit disappointed not getting to triple figures, but he played well, Ilya Cephas Cooper. That been to the last over of the power play. Solid start by Powergen, just a loss of Daniel Williams so far. Sween to Salazano. Salazano just flicks this one onto the leg side. He'll get 1. He'll come back for 2. So good running by Powergen pair of Salazano and Akil Cooper. Partnership already worth 31 runs in just 20 deliveries. It's coming in a quick time. Dexter Sween is, of course, is a brother of Dwayne Bravo. Play on a miss there by Salazano. Decent length on this occasion by Sween. Not as full as he would have liked Salazano to drive on that occasion. Appeal for an LBW. confident appeal from Sween. Well, Sween has to just get along with the game now. He's just staring at umpire for quite some time. And honestly, I'm not sure why he was that. Yes, it was close, but to me, clearly going down, sliding down the leg side. Yeah, Sween just has to shake that one off and go again. 52 for 1, Powergen, batting first in this Group B fixture. Attempted pull shot. Wasn't that short? Another good length delivery by Dexter Sween. Just one delivery left in this 6-over power play. Driven down the ground, quick single taken. That will bring the power play to a close, and at the end of 6 overs, Powergen winning the toss and deciding to bat first. 53 for 1. Vikash Mohan, Clarke Road captain, has brought himself into the attack. Mohan, right arm off spinner. Mohan has featured for the TNT Red Force in the past, missing out on a spot this year. Some cutaways, more runs here for Solozano, just a single. He's quickly moved to 38 of 25 deliveries. Of course, in the earlier match we saw Mary Boys defending 153 quite comfortably. Of course, this match, two teams with a lot of pedigree in their lineup. Expect this match to be more high scoring than compared to that first match earlier between Mary Boys and Victoria United. More runs here for Solozano. Bit of a misfield there by Keon Otley, feeling at point. Solid start here by Captain Vikash Mohan. Just the 4 runs off his first over so far, 1 delivery to go. And ends with a dot delivery, so Tight over there by Mohan. At the end of 7 overs, Powergen 57 for 1.
KFC Clarke United.
Top batting here by Jeremy Solozano. Must say a decent over rate here by Clarke Road. Already 7 overs completed, just around half an hour into this contest. Kewin Suju joins the attack. Leg spinner. This one is cut away by Solozano, but finds the field at backward point. Taking a couple steps down, Solozano just playing it onto the onside. Come back for 2. So into the 40s now, Solozano. He's pushed the score along to 41 now. Of course, after tonight, this tournament will take a 2-day break before it resumes on Wednesday. Wednesday, the 13th of May. Just slowing down a bit here in these last couple overs, Powergen. Pulling things back nicely. Clarke Road. So a tight over in the previous over by Vikash Mohan, and just 2 runs off this over so far by Vikash Mohan. This one is driven and he's out caught. So pressure was building a bit there on Powergen, and Solozano gives his wicket away, chips down the wicket and just plays it straight into the hands of extra cover. So Suju breaks through in his first over. Powergen now 59 for 2. Just taking a look at the replay. Yeah, some pressure was building on Powergen and trying to up the scoring. He finds Mohan in the covers. Clarke Road clawing themselves back into this match. 59 for 2 now. Powergen. Yeah, will be disappointed, Solozano. He seemed well on course there for a half century. Coming to the middle now, it looks like Ewart Nicholson. Was injured early in the season, Nicholson. Missed some game matches in the National League 2-day competition. Joins the skipper Akil Cooper. And Suju will get ready to bowl the new batsman Ewart Nicholson. Nicholson joins his captain. So pulling back on the stumps. An appeal for an LBW. And he's out. Took his time, the umpire. And 2 wickets and 2 balls for Kewin Suju. So Ewart Nicholson has to go. Another batsman who doesn't agree with the decision stands there for a while, Nicholson, but he has to go. So 2-2 for Kewin Suju. Let's take a look at the replay. He seemed to get hit right in front. Yeah, that's an excellent decision. Not sure why he was sort of unhappy with that decision. Of course he would be unhappy, but it was a great decision. Plumb in front, look, would be probably crashing into middle and leg stump, that one. So KFC Clarke Road right back into this match now. 59 for 3. Powergen. Need a partnership here now, Powergen. Akil Cooper. Joined by Tobago-born Dijon Charles. Tall guy, Dijon Charles. That bat looks pretty small in his hands. So, on a hat-trick here, Kewin Suju. Of course. 59 for 3. So now joining us, Powergen, after getting off to a pretty solid start, led by Jeremy Solorzano. They've lost 2 quick wickets, Solorzano and Ewart Nicholson. Nicholson going for a first ball duck. Suju on a hat-trick. This one just push forward on this. Survives the hat-trick delivery, Dijon Charles, but what a first over there by Kewin Suju. 2 wickets in that over. And Clarke Road inching themselves in front of this match as Powergen slumped to 59 for 3. Vikash Mohan starts another over. This one is swept. Charles just pushing this one back to Mohan. Here's scoring rate slowing down considerably here. Already into 9th over, just 60 runs on the board so far. Make that 61. Pushing this one on to mid-wicket, another dot ball. Of course, this Powergen team missing a couple of their top batsmen. Of course, those batsmen on TNT Red Force duty, likes of Akil's brother Cephas, along with the experienced Jason Mohammed. Was looking for a single there and an appeal for a run out. It will be a close call and he's gone. So another wicket goes. A mix-up between Cooper and Charles. Cooper tried to get back to his crease but couldn't get back in time. An excellent throw by the fielder. Richard right over the bails. Take a look at the replay. Trying to get back. Yeah, and I think that was a good decision there by the umpire. Powergen, after excellent second wicket partnership between Cooper and Solozano, starting to fall apart here. Also, we could keep in this match for Clarke Road. Agent Sukwa did quick work by him to remove the bails quickly. So 61 for 4 now, Powergen. Already 9 overs gone. 3 quick wickets taken here. Solozano was followed by Ewart Nicholson for first ball duck. Then Captain Akeem Cooper had to return to the pavilion as well, and that has brought out schoolboy Riyad Jerome to the crease. $62 for 4. Of course, after this over, we'll have the drinks break. Suju. So there's a wide down the leg side, and we'll get buys as well. Should run away for four as well. Yeah, so 5 more to the total. This one way down the leg side left. Sukwa, Agent Sukwa with a lot of work to do behind the stumps, couldn't stop it. So 4. So 5 more to the total. 67 for 4. Of course, Riyad Jerome doesn't always get an opportunity to start in this team, but with the likes of Cephas Cooper and Jason Mohammed on West Indies duty, he gets a chance. So just pushed onto the leg side, so brings Charles back on strike. Sergio. So on a short delivery, just pushed onto the leg side. Riyad Jerome, student at Presentation College, Shogunas. So driven by Jerome, finds Sween in the covers, extra cover. Sergio. So cut away, well struck by Jerome. We'll get runs here, we'll get 1, we'll get 2, we'll get 4. No, I'll get 2, sorry. Thought it went all the way, but 2 runs to Riyad Jerome. Well struck by Jerome, and at the end of 10 overs, we'll take a short drinks week with Powergen Penal batting first against Clarke Road, 71 for 4. So about to resume play in this Group B fixture, the T20 Festival. Of course, we're live at the Queen's Park Oval. Mark Dial has been given the ball for Clarke Road. Be bowling to Dijon Charles. Powergen 71 for 4. Need a partnership here between Charles and Riyad Jerome. So just struck straight back to Dial. Runs here for Charles. We'll just get a single. Early this season, winning the 30 over midweek competition. Hoping to get their hands on a second title this season. Of course, the other title winners this season, Queen's Park Cricket Club, won the National League 2-day competition. And most recently, Best Motors Marching Patriots would have lifted the 50 over crown. Slow progress here for Powergen now. Just boundaries hard to come by. This one just punched down the ground. So just 3 runs off that over from Mark Dial. And at the end of 11, Powergen 74 for 4.
$74 for 4. 11 overs.
Koen Suju will start his third over. Suju leading from the front so far in this match. He has taken already his figures of 2 for 12 after 2 overs. Under the delivery. Yeah, so just getting their runs and singles now, Powergen. A lot of tight overs here from Clarke Road. Koen Suju. Reads his third over, just conceding 13 runs so far. This one is cut away. We'll get 1. Think of 2. Coming back for 2. Complete the run quite comfortably in the end. Yeah, this partnership now with 16 runs off, just off 17 deliveries, so just going at a runner ball here. Jerome and Charles trying to rebuild this innings. This one is cut away. Didn't intend to hit it that fine, but we'll get runs here. We'll get 1. We'll go close to the boundary and it gets 4. So we haven't seen a 4 hit struck in quite some time. But Jerome breaks that drought of boundaries. Because Clinton Pastano gave chase to that ball, couldn't pull it back in time. He'd 1 for 4, Powergen Penal. Should get 2 runs here, Charles. He had complete 2, so he pushes the score along to 83 for 4. I see the projected score just 136, so I'm certainly will be hoping for a lot more than that. This one is big swing there by Charles. This partnership with more than 20 runs now, but it has come. It's been a bit slow progress there, of course. Determined not to lose another wicket, so not taking too many chances here. Charles and Jerome. So well struck on this occasion. It's in the air, but lands just in front of the long on fielder. Looks like Dexter Sween patrolling the long on boundary. So down the leg side. To bowl that one again, Vikash Mohan, captain of Clarke Road. Pulled away by Jerome, but finds a fielder at deep mid-wicket. More of a square leg, in fact. So another relatively quiet over for Powergen at the end of 13. Powergen winning a toss and deciding to bat first. 87 for 4. Sergio will start his fourth and final over. Sergio into Charles. So it's pulled away. Again, doesn't time it perfectly, so just a single. You could see more aggression being shown here by, especially by Charles, looking to increase the scoring rate. Yeah, this one seemed to surprise Jerome with a bit extra bonks on this occasion, Sergio. Cut away by, excellently fielded. Clarke Road has been quite solid in the field as well. So it's driven in, it was in the air for quite some time, but finds the gap. Well, a bit of bobble there in the, well, just speaking about the fielding by Clarke Road, but misfield allows Charles and Jerome to come through for another run. Was Jesse Bhutan. Fortunately, giving the batsman an additional run. This one is driven. Partially stopped by Dexter Sween. Yeah, this partnership with 30 runs now, but it's come off 29 deliveries, so just a little more than a run a ball. Of course, it'll Looked for a few boundaries here. This one is cut away, but finds another dot delivery. Pressure building here on Powergen, because at the end of 14 overs, they're 91 for 4.
At the end of 14 overs, 91 for the loss of 4. John Charles 11. We are 0 for 14.
For Powergen, also missing Navin Badesi for this match.
Rolling from the right line of Villanelle, Kiva Saka.
So a bit of batting to come for Powergen. Uthman Mohammed does have ability with the bat as well, along with Avinash Mahabir Singh. Ashmead Ned also still to bat. Shiva Sangha starts another over. This one is wide down the leg side. They're just moving along now at 6.5 runs and over. Powergen. Sanka. This one is struck down the ground. Runs here for Charles. Well, surprised they didn't run the first one harder, but Charles was so confident it would have gone for 4 that he was just jogging along that first one. I thought the fielder had a decent chance of stopping that one, but he was well struck by Charles, and I think he knew it just as soon as he hit it that it will run away for 4, and it did. So I haven't seen many boundaries in the last few overs. This one is struck on the leg side. More runs, will get 4 more. So back-to-back 4s here by Dijon Charles, and that boundary also gets Powergen to 100. Is this the over that gives Powergen some impetus going into these last 5 overs? It was short and a bit slow as well from Sanka. So fruitful over here so far already. 9 runs coming off the Sanka over. This one struck down the ground again. 4 more. So 3 4s in a row for Dijon Charles. He's a big man, Charles, and he's showing his power in this over. 105 for 4. Yeah, that's what we call stand and deliver by Charles. Just over Powergen would have needed at this stage of the innings. A couple more, 1 or 2 more overs like this will certainly put Powergen on course for at least 150, 160 here. Maybe even more. So down the ground again. Not timed as well on this occasion. Already 14 runs coming from this over. Still 2 deliveries to go. So Charles' strike rate now above 100, only just above 100. Shows you how much he struggled earlier in his innings to get the ball to the boundary, because despite those 3 boundaries in this over, just a strike rate of just over 100 now. Jerome is back on strike, so just pushed onto the offside. Bit of hesitation. Well, a direct hit, he would have been out. Jerome. Already saw a mix-up earlier between Charles and Powergen skipper Akim Cooper. Just having a look at the replay. He took off, but he hesitated, and he would have been well out of his crease, Jerome. Single brings Charles back on strike. Sanka ends over with a dot delivery, and I end up 15 overs. Powergen batting first, 107 for 4. Mark Dial is back into the attack for his 3rd over. This one is struck down the ground. What's in the air, but a few bounces to Keon Otley at long off rather. So Powergen increasing their scoring rate in that last over. 3 boundaries struck in that over. Looking for more runs here, I'm sure, Charles. So just pushed onto the leg side. It's a single. Dexter Sween does the fielding. Of course, on Wednesday, the T20 festival will resume. Group A action. But good shot there by Ria Jerome. He just moved onto the outside of someone, gave himself room, and just shot that one over his shoulder and gets 4. Also brings up the 50-run partnership between these two. 52 or 40 deliveries. Here they were 61 for 4 at one stage, Powergen. So this pair pulling their team out of trouble. One 150, 160 seemed unlikely when these two came together with a score on 61 for 4. But looking very possible now. This one is cut straight to backward point. So struck down the ground. Just got a single. So with 4 overs left now in this first innings, Powergen Penal 114 for 4.
The 60 overs completed. Powergen began first at 114 for the loss of Powergen. Charles on 25, 0 to 21. Bowling from the blind arrow pavilion, Clinton Stanley.
Clinton Pistano is back into the attack. Bowling to Jerome. This one down the leg side by Pistano. This partnership now with 54 runs between Jerome and Charles. We're desperate for a partnership when these two came together with a score 61 for 4. We'll get a couple easy runs here. Jerome. He's quietly moved to 23 of 21 deliveries. Struck down the ground, well struck, and that goes all the way for 6. Mighty hit there by Dijon Charles, and it goes over the roof. Extend camera by our cameraman Eden over the Jeffrey Stallmeyer stand, and what a hit by Dijon Charles. Not easy to clear that Stallmeyer stand. What a hit by Charles. Clean as you like. So about to resume play after that mighty hits 6 by Dijon Charles. Went over top the roof of the Jeffrey Stallmeyer stand. This one is struck down the ground. Well, it hits Riyad Jerome. Dead ball signal by the umpire. Oh, struck under around his wrist. Jerome. Yeah, so he's going to receive some attention here, Jerome. That one was struck very hard back to him by Charles and couldn't get out of the way in time, Jerome. He tried to get out of the way but couldn't. He have some swelling on that arm tomorrow, but it's gonna pull out the magic spray, as they say. Yeah, so he's gonna continue, Jerome. It's a very excellent, very strong partnership between these two. This one is struck down the ground firmly, but Texas Sween at long off will do the fielding. .25 for 4. This one finds the gap. Well, there is protection on the backward square leg boundary. Good feeling, but will come back for 2 more runs. So another decent over there by Powergen. 127 for 4 now. See the summarized bowling figures. Kerwin Sergio, he has 2 for 23 in his 4. Most successful bowler so far for Powergen. Just a small crowd out for this T20 festival. Of course, we invite everyone to come out to support this T20 festival. Matches will resume on Wednesday. Texas Sween will come back in attack. He was very economical earlier, just conceding 12 runs in his 2 overs. Just 18 balls left in this innings, 3 overs to go to get at least 10 runs and over to get to 157. Starts with a dot delivery. Texas Sween. So pulled away and beats the short fine leg fielder and will run away to the boundary for 4. That boundary pushes Charles's score to 36 now. Yeah, we were delivered on this occasion by Sween. Can Powergen get up to 155? 160 here. This one is pulled away. Will get one. They'll think of two. They will come back for two. Comfortable 2 runs in the end there by Jerome and Charles. This one is struck in the air with a big hit. Not sure if it has enough on it. This fielder circles on it and takes the catch. A big boundary on that leg side for Charles. The eastern end of the ground, and Charles has to depart. Charles goes for 36. A well played knock by him. We started off a bit slowly, of course, with the fall of a few wickets earlier, trying to rebuild the innings, Charles, but did hit a few lusty blows coming on to the end of his innings. But now Sween gets the wicket. Players are using the opportunity to have a short break for drinks. Uthman Mohammed has made his way to the crease. So just 2 overs and 2 deliveries to go in this innings. .72 runs, that 5th wicket partnership between Jerome and Charles. Yeah, it was 61 for 4 Powergen, and so this pair of Charles and Jerome taking Powergen to 133 before Sween gets the breakthrough. Uthman Mohammed no slouch with the bat. Sween into Mohammed. This one is struck down the ground. Can't chance for a catch, but it will fall short of Otley. He had a long way to run in from long off. Sween. So shut down the ground. Just find the gap. We'll get 1. We'll think of 2. Well, Jerome wanted 2, but sent back by Mohammed. So just 2 overs left now for Powergen. 135 for 5. 10 runs and over will get them to 155. 15 runs and over will get them to 165. So stay tuned to 360 TV. Room. So we'll get a leg by 136 for 5. It's been a bit expensive tonight, Clinton Pastano. Mohammed certainly looking to hit a few boundaries now. Just 11 deliveries to go. This one Try to cut that one. It was short and wide. Goes straight through the keeper, Asian Sukwa. Struck onto the leg side. They'll get one. They should come back for two. They will. On to the 8 for 5. Powergen. Of course, the Clarke Road batting will be led by likes of Keon Otley, Mark Dial, Nicholas Sukleo Singh, Vikash Mohan, Texas Sween as well. So quite a bit of batting in the Clarke Road batting lineup. Of course, the top bowlers for I'll be trying to restrict Clarke Road later on will be fast bowler Sharon Lewis, Uthman Mohammed himself, John Ashagisa. Just want to pull away, just get a single. It's a decent over here so far by Pastano. No boundaries yet in this 19th over. Pastano. Can't ask for anything more if you don't concede any boundaries, but he still has one delivery to go. Trying to end strong here. Pastano. To Jerome. This one is pulled away. So you will end this over without conceding any boundaries, just a single to end. And the end of 19 overs, Powergen 140 for 5. Of course, following this match, we will show you the post-match presentation of the. Sorry, my apologies. After this innings, we will have the post-match press conference. The first match today was between Merry Boys and Victoria. Merry Boys coming out victorious on that occasion. So we'll have please stay tuned to 360 TV where we'll show you that post-match presentation immediately following this innings by Powergen. Andrew Rambaran leading the way for Merry Boys in that match with a 4-wicket haul. Also saw absolutely spectacular catch by Kyle Kisundat. The Dexter Sween will bowl the last over. He starts with a wide. On 41 for 5. Yeah, Merry Boys earlier defended 153 quite easily. Won by more than 50 runs, Merry Boys. So Powergen will be posting a similar total here. Another wide by Sween. This one way down the off stump. Sween, much better line by Sween. That's been very economical tonight. Dexter Sween, less than 7 runs and over. 142 for 5 Powergen. No boundaries in the 19th over, none so far in the 20th over. Sween. This one just pushed onto the offside. They'll get a single. Have to settle for one. So not the end to this innings Powergen would have wanted. Really struggling to find the boundaries. 1, 4, 3 for 5. This one a swing and a miss. Well, not called a wide, but I guess Mohammed did move across outside his off stump. So when a batsman does that, that wide marker does shift a bit. So I think good call there by the umpire. This one, again, Mohammed looking for a wide, but not called again. Yeah, I think that he was a little unlucky not to get that one with Mohammed. He's having a word with the umpire. He was also showing the umpire how much he had to stretch for that one. Sween. This one is attempted shot. He'll get a quick single here. So it's turning out to be a excellent last over by Dexter Sween. Just 4 runs coming from it. It's one delivery to go. Need to end with a 6 here to get to 150. Riyad Jerome will face the final delivery of this first innings. Sween to Jerome. This one is cut away. Finds, looks like Akil Molan at backward point. He'll come back for second run and he'll be run out. So going for a second run. Riyad Jerome is out off the, so just able to get one delivery. So stay tuned for that post-match press conference, the first match between Merry Boys and Victoria Sports. Just taking a look at the replay. So Powergen, at the end of their 20 overs, close on 145 for 6.
For the volume support of the Trinidad T20 Festival 2026 and the continued development of protecting Trinidad behavior. At this time, we would like to engage the Secretary of the TTCB and Chairman of the Premier Committee to come forward and present the Man of Match Award and to honor the captain of Merry Boys for the outstanding performance of all the 15 runs in his forward voice and also contributed 15 runs of 13 deliveries for the pass. Well played, Andrew Amran. Now we try supporting the losing captain, Johan Jeremiah, for views. Johan, too many quick wickets at the top of the order. And we have a bit of a break now before from the semi-shoes. Any losses, back-to-back losses, what is the plan for the coming years? Now we have the winning captain, Andrew Amran, for 2 questions. Andrew, what do you feel about the performance, your performance and team's performance today? Yeah, I think we did today. For the shot that we could have been 2 seconds, I think we could have been at the end, yes, also Keith and Eva and company get some quick runs at the end. Yeah. Yeah, we have to see that score. let you go without asking what you think of that catch by the that. Yeah, I'm really know it's the last time, but our team and stuff like that in the last 6 years, so yes, back then and pick up the ticket. So that's not good enough. That's it. That's a decent time.
So welcome back to 360 TV for this live coverage of this T20 Festival match between Powergen Sports Club and KFC Clarke Road United. Clarke Road United are about to start their pursuit of 146 for victory. Powergen batted first, 145 for 6. Sharon Lewis, left-arm fast bowler, will open the bowling for Powergen. Batting for KFC Clarke Road, the experienced pair of Mark Dial and Nicholas Sukhdev Singh. Of course, the umpires have been enforcing these players to have a better over rate, and we've certainly seen that this afternoon and tonight. So Sharon Lewis gets Powergen on the way. So the driven in the air, goes down to backward point. Partially stopped by the field. It'll come back for a second run. An appeal for a run out. Not out, says the umpire. It's a direct hit, so it's a close call there. Yeah, very close call. I think the right decision. So 2 without loss, Clarke Road. So an attempted drive there by Sukhdev Singh. John Ross Chagisar in your picture there. Expected to see him very soon with his off spin. Just need to go at around 7 runs and over Clarke Road to get to this target. Another attempted shot there by Sukhdev Singh. Again missing. Didn't make contact again, Sukhdev Singh. So 2 deliveries here by Sharon Lewis. Very tall, imposing figure of Sharon Lewis. Just 3 fielders on the leg side for Lewis. 6 on the offside. Just want to struggle. If we get hold of this one, Sukhdev Singh just 1 bounce into the ropes for 4. So first boundary of the innings comes off the bat of Sukhdev Singh. Yeah, just sort of swatting that one down the ground. Sukhdev Singh and of course the seasoned campaigners in local cricket. This one another swing. So really seems to be in a hurry here, Sukhdev Singh, but again missing the ball on that occasion. TL just gonna have a chat with him, probably tell him don't get too carried away, Nicholas. Runs here 4. Sukhdev Singh will get 4 more. Absolutely cracked through the covers for 4. So decent start here for Clarke Road. It's 10 without loss. Yeah, so I mentioned his name just a short while ago. Jonas Jagisar will join the attack from the southern end. Of course, Jagisar, former national cricketer. Oh, it's Ashmead Ned on your screen there. Expect to see him shortly as well, the Guyanese left arm spinner. Jagisar to Dial off the mark immediately. Jagisar to Sukhdev Singh. This one, appeal for caught behind, down the leg side, but not out, says the umpire. Not sure it brushed it. Not to call a wide either, so probably brushed his pad or his thigh. Sukhdev Singh. Yeah, seemed to come off the pad. This one fielded by Sharon Lewis there. Not short fine leg, so no run. Short and stature, Sukhdev Singh. This one a play on him, and he's bowled him. Trying to play that one across the line, Sukhdev Singh. So Jonas Jagisar gets an early breakthrough. Clarke Road United 11 for 1. Yeah, playing across the line on this occasion. Sukhdev Singh was a straight delivery. Should have been trying to play that one back to the bowler, but poor decision in the end, and he has to depart. Fikash Mohan will make his way to the crease. Clarke Road captain. So just like Powergen earlier, Powergen lost the early wicket of Daniel Williams. Clarke Road lose a wicket very early as well. Nicholas Sukhdev Singh. Them for 1 Clarke Road. Of course, they're in pursuit of 146 for victory. So Jonas Jagisar just taking 4 deliveries to get a breakthrough here. 1 for 1, Jonas Jagisar. Not defending the largest total in the world. Powergen. So they'll need to continue taking wickets. This one is flicked onto the leg side, but Sharon Lewis does the fielding. Short fine leg. This one again, Lewis does the fielding. So it's a great over for Jonas Jagisar. Just 1 run coming off it, including a wicket of Nicholas Sukhdev Singh. Clarke reunited 11 for 1. DL just facing 1 delivery so far. Of course, DL has featured in the Caribbean Premier League in the past. Not playing in the last season or 2. Featured in the past for St. Lucia Kings and also the Trinbago Knight Riders. Lewis starts his second over. This one is cut away. There's protection on the backward point boundary. Salozano doing the fielding. So fairly slow start here by Clarke Road. Lewis. This one is driven. Just a single again. So just 2 boundaries struck in this inning so far, both coming off the bat of Nicholas Sukhdev Singh, who has already been dismissed. Lewis, some shock, but should have been stopped. Had cover and it will run away to the boundary for 4. Looks like Captain Akil Cooper. So 4-2 Mark Dial. Yeah, it should have been stopped by Cooper. Salozano running to his left from deep backward point. Didn't have a chance to stop that one. So first 4 to Dial, 17 for 1 now. Lewis. Dion is hitting this one. It's in the air. Salozano comes on it and takes the catch. Had some work to do there, Salozano. So another one goes. So both openers back in the pavilion now. Clarke Road, 17 for 2. So about to resume play here. Keon Otley comes to the crease with Clarke Road. In some trouble here, 17 for 2. Lewis getting his first wicket. He comes into bowl to new batsman Otley. Otley just pushes this one off the mark immediately. A lot of left-handers in this top order of the Clarke Road batting lineup. 3 of the top 4 batsmen are left-handed. Vikash Mohan, the only right-hander. Lewis. This one just pushed onto the offside. He'll get a single. That brings the third over to a close and a wicket taken over there for Sharon Lewis, which leaves Clarke Road after 3 overs, 19 for 2. Just taking a look at the Clarke Road batting lineup. They are top order heavy Clarke Road, but always just 2 wickets down. Not that much batting to come really. They have Dexter Sween and maybe 1 or 2 others, but then if they could take a couple more quick wickets here, Powergen, Clarke Road will. I think this batting lineup is really dependent on the top 4 or 5. When you look at that batting lineup and that starting 11, you have a couple all-rounders to come still. Yeah, I was really hoping to a much better start, Clarke Road. This one struck down the ground. Well struck. Does have enough in it, and it does, yeah. So 6 runs to Vikash Mohan. Well timed by the Clarke Road captain. That one was dead straight. Didn't try to overhit it. Vikash Mohan just using his timing to get that one over the ropes. .25 for 2, Clarke Road. So punched on the ground, another single. Also required run rate is just a little over 7 runs and over. So Clarke Road can afford to have a few quiet overs. Can't afford to lose any more wickets right now. Already 2 down. Into the 4th over. Well, spectacular drive there beautifully timed by Otley. So he gets 4 now, his first boundary of his innings. Decent over here so far for Clarke Road, already 6 and a 4 in this over. Being bowled by John Ashagisa. This one, more runs here for Clarke Road. They'll get 1. They'll think of 2. They will come back for 2. Not picked up cleanly by Ewart Nicholson. So 2 more to the total. 32 for 3, Clarke Road. And just pushed onto the offside. So Shagisa ends with a dot delivery. Yeah, just 2 overs apiece so far by Sharon Lewis and Chanras Jagisa. No bowling changes just yet. Yes. Yeah, Sharon Lewis will continue his spell.
Mohammed 9, Watson of 7.
Lewis punches this one to Ashmi net at mid-off. It's on a short delivery. Bouncer by Lewis. Well, the Powergen fielders not green with that wide call by the umpire. It was Lewis continues. So just punched onto the offside. Still feel like this game is hanging in the balance. Clarke Road 34 for 2. It's over number 5 already. Of course, Powergen will need to continue taking wickets. This one driven down the ground, quick single. Well, a direct hit would have been close. So pulled away excellently timed and goes all the way for 6. So 6 runs to Vikash Mohan. Actually, not sure if it went all the way, just waiting for... What a hit there by Vikash Mohan. 41 for 2 now, Clarke Road. This partnership starting to put Clarke Road in a fairly comfortable position now. Scoring at a decent strike rate, these two. Especially if Vikash Mohan, he's 16 off just 8 deliveries. Of course, Clarke Road, Powergen rather, just maybe a wicket or two here from getting into the middle order of this Clarke Road team. Of course, they bat very top order heavy Clarke Road there. You look at the ability in the top 4 batsmen there. Really have a lot of quality there. This one is just shock away. We should get 4 and does. Excellently timed by Mohan. Just using the pace of Sharon Lewis to get that one to the boundary. Yeah, just opening the face of the bat at the last minute, Mohan. And a quick outfield here at the Queen's Park Oval. Races down to the boundary, so this partnership starting to put Clarke Road in a decent position. 46 for 2 now. Expensive over here by Lewis. Just tucked away on the leg side. That brings up the 30-run partnership between these two. Dominated by Mohan. Mohan contributing 20 of those 30 runs.
KFC Clarke United 47.
47 for 2 now, Clarke Road.
Bowling for Powergen Pinal Sport Club. From the Bailara's Millionaires, Uthman Mohammed.
Uthman Mohammed. Fast bowler will replace Jonas Jagisar. Quick single there by Mohan and Otley. Excellent. Bang on target there by Uthman Mohammed. Expected to see Jesse Bhutan, Dexter Sween, more capable batsmen. Of course, Otley and Mohan will be hoping to continue batting for quite some. This one is driven through the offside. Will go close to the boundary and does get 4. That boundary will also get Clarke Road to 50. Now 52 for 2 now. Yeah, that one was a full toss, a gift really by Mohammed. A player with Otley's ability. He's not going to miss out on those opportunities. So another single taken. This partnership starting to look very comfortable now in the middle. We haven't seen left arm spinner Ashmead Ned yet. Spinner from Guyana. Sure you'll see him very soon. This one down the leg side, appeal for caught behind. Not out, says the umpire. Very excited, Powergen. Sometimes fielders in those sort of circumstances are trying to distract the umpire and maybe avoid him calling a wide. But it seemed to get probably just brushed the pads because it wasn't called a wide. This one is driven. Another single. Brings the power play to a close. And after being a spot of about at 17 for 2, Clarke Road moving along quite comfortably now. They're 54 for 2. Yes, I just mentioned his name a short while ago. Ashmead Ned, left arm spinner, will be introduced into the attack. It is partnership between Mohan and Otley, really putting Clarke Road in a decent position now. This partnership already with 37 runs. They came together with a score on 17 for 2. Powergen need looking for a wicket or two here. There's an appeal for an LBW. Well, this was bordering on descent here. There's sort of very showing their frustration openly here, Powergen players. Led by skipper Akil Cooper. But it's given an out, so have to move on. Decision is not out, so actually I think that's a pretty good decision. It seemed to be going down the leg side, so I'm not sure why they're so well. It has to be said. What's funny is that some players standing in the covers appealing for that, they wouldn't have had a very good view of that. So I'm not sure why they were so adamant that it was out. I can understand maybe the ball and the wicket keeper. I think a good decision there by the umpire. Seemed to be going down the leg side. This one is shot down the ground and you'll get 6 runs. So 6 runs to Vikash Mohan. He has raced now to 29 off 16 deliveries. Real captain's knock here so far. by Vikash Mohan. Got play on a miss by by Vikash Mohan. Excellent delivery. Just seemed to spin away from the right-handed Mohan. Ned. This one driven down the ground. Stopped by Nicholson. Again, not picked up cleanly by Nicholson, so get an extra run. 64 for 2, Clarke Road. Partnership almost with 50 runs now between these two. Dominated by Mohan. More runs here. Well, that one landed just in front of John Ross Jagisa, fielding at a short third man position. Yeah. Need a wicket or two, Powergen. 65 for 2, just a little more than just a run a ball really for Clarke Road. 6.23 runs and over required. Still 8 wickets in hand. I still feel if they get a wicket or two soon, they will expose this middle order. And it's pulled away, and it finds Sharon Lewis straight to him at fine leg. A bit unlucky for Vikash Mohan, but he picked out the fielder, went straight to him, Sharon Lewis, and Powergen get the wicket they desperately needed, ending a partnership with 48 runs between these two. Yeah, you would be disappointed with that one, Mohan. It was a short delivery and went. Lewis didn't have to move a muscle, feeling they had short fine leg. Clarke Road United now 65 for 3. So Upon Mohammed getting the breakthrough that Powergen desperately needed. That partnership between Mohan and Keon Otley with 48 runs. It was really threatening to take the game away from Powergen. Adrian Sukwa is the new batsman for Clarke Road. 65 for 3 now, Clarke Road. Clawing themselves back into this match, Powergen. Still just 6 runs and over needed, so they'll have to keep taking wickets here. Powergen, a no ball here. Signal by the umpire. So free hits coming. Keon Otley has been a bit quiet so far, the crease up. Getting an opportunity to face as many deliveries as in that partnership with Vikash Mohan. He's 13 off 10 deliveries. This one's pulled away. We'll get 6 runs here. Goes into the stands. It was wide and outside the leg stump. So 6 runs to Otley. He got in position quickly, Otley. The Ashmead Ned getting in the camera's way there. 73 for 3, Clarke Road. Fortunately hoping to see the back of Keon Otley very soon. It's a very capable batsman, Keon Otley. If he bats at least another 5-6 overs, that may be all over for Powergen, because that will certainly push the score much closer to this target of 143. .146 rather, they're chasing. This one pushed onto the offside. So down the leg side, signal wide by the umpire. .75 for 3, Clarke Road. Way above the required run rate. Going along at 9.7 runs and over. Need less than a run a ball now. 1 minute to Sukwa. This one is more runs here for Clarke Road. Should get at least 2 here. They'll get 1. They'll come back for 2 quite comfortably. Versus Clarke Road team coached by Dinesh Mabia. More runs here for Clarke Road. They'll get 1. They'll think of 2. They will come back for 2.
79 after 8 overs. You're spending 1-5.
See John Shagisar giving his fellow spinner Ashmin Ned a bit of advice as he's about to start the 9th over of this innings. So 67 runs needed for victory of 72 deliveries. Seems to be maybe a straightforward chase here for Clarke Road, but still a long way to go. They still, Powergen still just a couple wickets away from getting back into this match. Ned, so just pushed onto the leg side. They'll get one, should come back for two quite easily. Quick single. Then pick it up cleanly, Akil Cooper, so comfortable single in the end. .64 needed, 69 deliveries to go. So less than just 5.5 runs and over. This partnership starting to look solid here. This partnership already worth 17 runs. Quick single here. Well, he slips and it will be a run out. Disaster there for Clarke Road. He took off Agent Sukwa. Sukwa just probably the luck that Powergen needed to get back into this match. And in an attempt to turn around to get back to his crease, he slipped and fell to the ground, so left stranded in the middle of the wicket. You see, you can look at the replay. He slipped and just could only look back and see his stumps being removed, the bails rather. Is that the break that Powergen needed? So Clarke Road now 82 for 4. Every time Clarke Road seems to be taking full control of this run chase, they lose a wicket. So Jesse Bhutan makes his way to the crease. .82 for 4 now Clarke Road. Gotta feel it a little bit for Agent Sukwa, because it seemed that Otley did say yes at first and then change his mind, and Sukwa was already halfway down and slipped in an attempt to get back to his crease. Yeah, take a look at the good camera work here by 360. Yeah, you've seen Otley take off, taking a few steps down and then saying no, and well, Sukwa was left stranded. Good work by the crew here at 360 TV to show Otley actually saying yes, and not saying yes, but actually taking a few steps down and then deciding against the run. It was too late for Sukwa. I couldn't get back in time. 82 for 4, Clarke Road. Ashmead Ned to new batsman Bhutan. Bhutan playing forward at his delivery. Good length, good line and length by Ashmead Ned just on that 4th or 5th stump line, forcing Bhutan to play. A bit of attacking cricket here. You've seen a first slip in place here for the new batsman. This one is a short on this occasion. Runs here for Bhutan. Get one. Well, poor fielding. It should have been just maybe 2 for the most, and he ends up with a boundary. Yeah, really should have just been 2 runs there. Yeah, a bit laid back on the boundary there. It just looks like Uthman Mohammed. I'm not 100% sure. It's 86 for 4. Auto spin quality in this Powergen batting lineup. Avinash Mahabir Singh will come into the attack. 86 for 4, Clarke Road. Need to continue taking wickets here, Clarke Road. Sorry, Powergen, because it's just 5.5 runs needed for victory. This one just pushed onto the leg side. Salazano sprints in from the mid-wicket boundary. Does well to keep them to 1. Of course, we'll have a short break after this over. Just 59 runs needed and 65 deliveries. So yet to see Texas Sween, capable batsman. He will be out soon. This one is struck down the ground. Another single taken. Excellent line and excellent delivery on this occasion by Mahabir Singh. This one struck in the air, but it was in the gap. They'll get 1 to come back for 2. 2 more to the total. $90 for 4. I think Otley is key in this run chase. If Powergen could get Otley soon, to be in with a really good chance of coming away with a possible victory. Of course, Otley will be hoping to see his team to the end. 91 for 4. So punch down the ground. Well, Mahabir Singh not pleased that Otley got in his way. He was trying to stop that ball from going down to long on, but They complete the single quite comfortably. And the end of 10 overs, Clarke Road 92 for 4. We'll take a short break and we'll be back in a few minutes' time. So about to resume play here in this match between Powergen Sports Club and KFC Clarke Road United. Clarke Road 92 for 4 now. Clarke Road 92 for 4, trying to get to 146 for victory. Charles into the attack. This one is cut away. That's a single. Keon Otley has batted well tonight. He's on 27 of 19 deliveries. He'll be certainly hoping to stick around as long as possible, maybe even all the way. This one is in the air. Lands safely in front of the deep backward square leg fielder. So complete another single. 94 for 4, Clarke Road. So, beautiful song off the bat that occasion. Just a single. So 4 singles so far in this over. That's all they need really, just 5-6 runs and over. Just 50 runs away from victory now, Clarke Road. 6 wickets in hand. Powergen need to get a wicket or two soon here. Fifth single in a row in this over. Turn up. Bonks on this occasion by Charles. Brings over to a close. Clarke Road 97 for 4 now.
KFC Clarke United, 97 for the loss of 4 wickets, 49 runs required, 54 deliveries.
Avinash Marbising start his second over. Who will find a breakthrough here for Powergen? There's just one, probably one good over from getting back into this match, Powergen. On the other hand, Clarke Road also just won to get maybe 15 or 16 runs in an over now. That will certainly put them well on course for victory, and even Powergen looking for answers, but Marbising. This one just pushed forward by Otley. 98 for 4, Clarke Road. Driven down the ground. When Mohammed will do the fielding. This one struck down the ground. Well struck indeed by Jesse Bhutan. And it goes all the way for 6. That 6 will also get Clarke Road to 100. Moves the score along to 105 for 4. Using his feet on this occasion, Jesse Bhutan. Getting to the pitch of the delivery. And clears the boundary quite comfortably. So 105 for 4 now. Just 41 runs away now from that target of 146. Jesse Bhutan 16 off. Just 9 deliveries. Yeah, so good over there for Clarke Road. And at the end of 12 overs, Clarke Road 106 for 4. Dijon Charles. Eager to get a wicket here for Powergen. This game's starting to slip away from. This one struck down the ground. Well struck. I thought the fielder had a chance for a moment, but a flat 6 on this occasion, and Jesse Bhutan has raced into the 20s now. It's called stand and deliver. What a hit that was. Not even Kyron Pollard in his prime would have had a chance to stop that one on the boundary. 112 for 4 now. 34 runs away from victory here at Clarke Road. Still 6 wickets in hand. Again, more runs here for well struck. And 4 more. Back-to-back 4s. Boundaries here for Jesse Bhutan. He's raced to 27 off 12 deliveries. Yeah, that one short on this occasion. Just pulled down to the long on boundary for 4. Jesse Bhutan seems to be in a hurry to leave this venue. He's almost caught up to Keon Otley. Just 3 runs behind Otley now. Otley on 30. Bhutan now on 27. 30 runs away from that target. Charles. This one struck again. Just finds a fielder. Finds Akil Cooper. And fielding in the covers. That required run rate now down to 4 runs and over. So Bhutan showing his power, but not just showing power, Bhutan, but showing that he is some time off the ball as well, just opening the face of the bat and staying that one down. The third man for 2 more. Only 12 runs off this over being bowled by Dijon Charles. There's 28 runs needed for victory. Misfield. So Otley and Bhutan both on 30 now. Strike rate of 200 for Jesse Bhutan. 30 of 15 deliveries. Been very responsible innings by Keon Otley. He's 30 of 25. He's back on strike now. You know, some bouncer on this occasion by Charles. Well played in the end by Otley, and at the end of 13 overs, Clarke Road cruising here now. 119 for 4. Jonas Jagisa has started his third over. Really need to come up with something special here, Jagisa, to pull his team back in this match. As Clarke Road now just 27 runs away from victory. Will make that 23 runs away from victory, because that's 4 more to Jesse Bhutan. He races to 34. Now goes past Keon Otley. Yeah, that one was a short delivery by Jagisa. Diving effort by Ashmin Ned on the boundary, but couldn't stop it on this occasion. 23 runs away from victory. Clarke Road. Again, another aggressive shot there. Yeah, Otley contented just to play the supporting role. Just batting at a strike rate of just over 100. Yeah, just gets another single. Well, yeah, single. Yes. Brings the 14th over to a close. Clarke Road. 126 for 4. Ned starts his third over. Clarke would well poised here to pick up this victory. 127 for 4. It's 19 runs away. Two more to Otley. Yeah, earlier Powergen would have been disappointed just to post 145. A reverse sweep on this occasion by Otley and perfectly timed. Will run away to the boundary for 4. So just 13 runs now. We needed 4 victory. Soon I'll be making way for Dylan Sharma to take you to the close of this match. Possibly at the end of this over. But 4 more to Otley. Yeah, this partnership now with 51 runs off 36 deliveries. Both Otley and Bhutan now on 37. But Otley improving on that strike rate now. This one just pushed onto the offside. This one punched on the ground. So the over will end with a single, and at the end of 15 overs, Clarke Road just 12 runs away from victory, 134 for 4.
John Ross Jagisar to complete his quota here. 1 for 21. He's bowled so far. "12 runs required and 30 deliveries. Otley has been more of the anchor role in this partnership. Bhutan very aggressive. Jagisar turning the ball away from Otley. But Otley still looking quite solid at this stage. Is there another twist in this tale? Driving this time through the offside, and that deep cover fielder does some lovely footwork out there, but the finish doesn't look too well. He drove that, timed it nicely, and picked a vacant enough area. Did well to get there, but just not able to complete the pickup in the end. Again through the offside, targeting that same fielder, but he cuts off that angle much better this time. So just 7 runs required now. Jesse Bhutan on strike, a man who does like to hit the ball very hard.
course, the leg side, the bigger side, given the pitch being used today. So he steps down and just drives that down to the long off fielder. Certainly been quite a lovely innings from Otley. Hasn't been striking the ball to the same level that we know he can. Similar in this previous match. But he's certainly growing into the tournament. .141 for 4 here. Bhutan on strike for the final delivery of this over. There'll just be a dot. So 4 overs to go. 5 runs to be gotten. 141 for 4. Ashmead Ned wicketless in his spell. He's gonna elect to come around the wicket here to Otley. And just tapped back at him on the back foot. Was pushed back in his crease that time. Just nicely pushing that one down to long off for a single. Jesse Bhutan goes high this time, and it's gonna be caught. Well, there is that little twist at the end here. Jesse Bhutan isn't able to take it home. And Ashmead Ned isn't going to finish his night without taking a wicket. So 5 down now. But still, it's just 4 runs to be gotten. So Otley still out there. Who's going to join him? Who's going to take it home? Dexter Sween strides out there. Slip in place here for Dexter Sween. Ashmead Ned about to bowl to him. Definitely sliding down that one. Pushing that one through the offside. And that's gonna be the game here. There was no one out there in the deep. He just pushed that one and timed it. Really just an extension of the defense. Didn't look to hit it with any real power on that occasion, Dexter Sween. And in the end, KFC Clarke Road United winning this encounter by 5 wickets. Brilliant innings from Keon Otley, one of the front runners for man of the match, but we will see who is selected as the man of the match in just a short time. You'll see that courtesy Jelani Beckles down there on the boundary line. But as for up here, thank you all for tuning in to this clash between Powergen Penal Sports Club and KFC Clarke Road United. In the end, KFC Clarke Road victorious by 5 wickets, and that's going to be it from up here. Thank you and good night.
This evening's post-match presentation. First of all, congratulations to KFC Clarke for winning this encounter by 5 wickets. Before we proceed with the presentation of the Man of the Match award for this Powergen Clarke clash, the Trinidad and Tobago Cricket Board extends sincere thanks and appreciation to the Caribbean Premier League, Trinidad and Tobago Knight Riders, and Queen's Park Cricket Club for their valued support of the Trinidad T20 Festival and the continued development of cricket in Trinidad and Tobago. At this time, we invite Mr. Kenneth Thomas, Director of KBC Services, forward to present the Man of the Match award to Keon Otley for his 45 not out of 38 deliveries with 4 fours and 1 6. Congratulations to Keon Otley. Just a few words, Keon. Clarke Road were 4 wickets down with just about 70 to 80 runs on the board. How crucial was that partnership between yourself and Jesse Bhutan?
I thought at that time Jesse came in and played a really great innings. He backed himself and played to his strengths.
A short break for Clarke Road now. What's the plans for the coming days before you all continue the tournament later this week?
A little rest and recovery, and probably have a practice session and back out. Hopefully, you can win the match in game coming up.
Okay, Keon, thank you and all the best. Thank you.
Thanks very much.
Now I invite losing captain, unfortunately, Akil Cooper, to answer a few questions. Akil, 140 odd on the board. Was it the 20, 30 run shot, you think?
Yeah, I thought we was about 40 runs short. The target we set ourselves was about 180, 175, 180. So I thought we was about 40 runs short. Yeah.
Yeah, and you think you all lost wickets quite regularly while you all batted? You think that was the key in that run, in batting first?
Yeah, we lost 2 in 1 over, and then the next over I came and I get run out. So that was 3 for about 2 runs. So I think that was a big setback in our innings.
I know he didn't play with you today, but your brother, it wouldn't be right of me to ask you, your brother Cephas scored 93 today. Got a chance to...
About the innings.
Okay, Akil, all the best and all the best later this week. Thank you. Now I invite Vikash Mohan, captain of the winning team of KFC Clarke Road. Vikash, your bowlers restricted Powergen to 140 odd today. What do you think of their performance tonight?
After they started, they got in the power play. I think it was a good effort from us to restrict them to 140 odd. We felt comfortable chasing a score like that on a good wicket.
Yeah, you won tonight, but any improvements you'd like to see moving forward as the tournament progresses?
I think from the last game, there's a big improvement in our batting. The guys remain positive throughout the innings, even though we lost a couple of wickets early in the power play. Guys remain positive and the energy was relatively easy chase.
Yeah, what do you think of that partnership between Jesse Bhutan and Otley? Because at that stage, the game was still sort of hanging in the balance. What do you think of that partnership between those two?
Yeah, we always know the quality of the both guys. Nothing surprising there. They played the situation well, they stayed positive, and they took the boundary options and took all the pressure off the team. So, good job to them.
Okay, Vikash Mohan, thank you, and all the best moving forward. Thank you. That brings this post-match presentation to a close. Thank you and good night.